Found this roast in my deep freezer from back in March. Got all my other ingredients together to make some delicious tacos tonight. So I'm gonna go ahead and heat up my Instant Pot on saute mode to get it warmed up. Salt and pepper on the roast. Add some avocado oil into my Instant Pot. I'm gonna start chopping up my jalapenos, onion, and my garlic. And as you can see, I didn't dry my Instant Pot too good, so it's kind of splattering. Keeping my vegetable scraps and onion scraps in a bag in the freezer that I use for whenever I make big batches of bone broth. I'm gonna go ahead and sear my seasoned roast. Get that going. I'm gonna add in my veggies after this side gets browned. Just a couple minutes. Gonna flip it over because it's somewhat browned. Add my ingredients, and it's just a red onion, half a jalapeno, some garlic cloves, and then I have some Hatch chili peppers from Hatch, New Mexico. I don't know when I'll get to go back and replenish my stock, but I'm gonna go ahead and add some garlic in there because, well, it's delicious and it's really convenient. Got some Better Than bouillon. I didn't have any bouillon cubes, and I just found that in the back of my fridge. It's pretty sticky, but it tastes good. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I'm gonna add in a bay leaf. My camera angle is really not the best. I'm trying to figure that out. Gonna add in a few spoonfuls of chili powder. Just do this to taste. I like it. Next, I'm gonna add in some cumin because it's just like my favorite. It just tastes so good. I need to get some more. I'm almost out. I use it all the time. I'm gonna go ahead and chop up this lime, squeeze some lime juice in there. Got some extra seasonings. I did put more salt in, and I'm not sure if I added any pepper. And I put in about 3 cups of water. I had 4 in the measuring cup, but just looking at everything, I only used 3 cups of water in there. I'm just mixing everything through and trying to get the rest of the bouillon off. There's my beautiful ristra. I totally forget what I was doing with this one, but I'm making sure that my Instant Pot is set to pressure cook. So you just turn it so it's not on vent. And then I'm going to do 55 minutes because I got a late start and I'm trying to get this done relatively fast. After the 55 minutes, and I think I let it sit for 26 minutes to naturally release before switching it to get it to quick release. I'm just scooping all the vegetables, all the peppers and stuff out because, guys, I can't eat those vegetables. I have really severe IBS, and as I'm getting older, I just really can't eat things like I used to, but the flavor is all there in that broth, and it still tastes really delicious without upsetting my stomach too badly. And I'm just going to put the roast back in because it's not as tender as I want it to be, so I'm going to put it on slow cooker setting for a while. Now I'm just going to go ahead and chop up my cilantro for later. I'm using the stems because I'm just going to put it in my Zatarain's rice mix just for extra flavor. But I'm just going to chop up this bit of cilantro because I love it. And I'm only using half of this onion just to put on the tacos when they're done. And I'm just going to slice those really thin. And I am saving the scraps again to put in my freezer bag for when I make a big batch of broth. Like I save up leftover bones and things like that, and then I'll put it in my big roaster oven with my frozen vegetables or whatever else I have, and just add in there and let that go for like 24 hours to make delicious bone broth. But chopping up the onions, they didn't make me cry. I'm gonna go ahead and turn these into some wedges so everybody could put the lime juice on their tacos as they get that made. I'm gonna chop up my fresh avocado. It's really nice. So I got cilantro all over my hands, but it's okay. Slice up my avocado, and I did eat that big piece right there as a snack because I absolutely adore avocado. Squeeze some lime juice on there so it don't turn brown. I love my new Hello Kitty Pyrex. But I'm gonna go ahead and crumble up this cotija cheese. It's so salty, it's so good. It's just my favorite on tacos. And I do intentionally usually leave like a few big clumps that I don't break down completely, just so I can just grab them pretty easily for a snack because it's just so salty and delicious. Just such a good cheese. All right, now it's been like an hour and a half or so. I don't really remember. I didn't let it go the full time, but I'm going to go ahead and just chop this up into smaller pieces just so it's easier to bite because I hate like stringy bits of beef. And the texture of this is kind of like beef tongue, and I don't mind it actually. I gave it, I ate a few pieces, but I just want to chop it up smaller into just smaller pieces. I don't want anything pulling when I take a bite. And my knife from Food Max is doing great. Big old beautiful cleaver. Chop, chop, chop. That was really gratifying. And then I'm just going to put it back into my nice, delicious broth and let that just stay warm and get those flavors in there. And really, I feel like you could add some beans to this, make some chili, add potatoes. Man, just right there is such a wonderful base. I think there's a lot of different things you could do with it just like that, but the flavor in it is so nice and it just smelled so wonderful, and everything was really tender, easy to chew. Agent Dale Cooper I think would approve. And now I'm just going to put some avocado oil on my well used griddle. I like to just spread it out with the silicone brush and just get as many as you can to fit on there. And I'm not really trying to make them super crispy. I just want them nice and pliable, and I want them to hold everything in. I do kind of brush the other side with any residual oil that's on the pan just to make sure everything's just nice and crispy and doesn't get too soggy. And yeah, flipped them over already. You just want a few little bubbles to come up, and then you want to flip it over, and then I just kind of grab them all out, and then make as many as you want. I had quite a few tortillas that stuck together and ripped, so I didn't get to make like the full pack of 30, but it ended up being enough. And you're just going to repeat the process with your tortillas. I like the griddle because you can get a lot more done at once. Now plating up this delicious thing, and I'm just going to get some of that nice beef on there with some of the sauce, cilantro, add my beautiful nice fresh onions, some cotija cheese, squeeze that lime on there. Oh my gosh, you guys, it smells so good. It was a real delicious dinner. And for the box of Zatarain's, I just put in those cilantro stems and a lime and used package directions. I've got a little bit of the broth out to dip my tacos in on the side, and it was an absolutely very delicious dinner. And so far, my stomach is not too upset. It was great. Well, thanks for watching.